Hello everyone, this is Randy back in the shop. Today we're going to be working on putting the degree wheel on the front of the motor and degreeing the cam in the 380 cubic inch small block Chevy build. I got pretty much everything set up there to do it with. I got a piston stop set up and everything like that. So I'll bring it over to the motor and we'll show you how we find top dead center with the degree wheel, and then we'll continue on to degree the cam. Be right back. This here is my setup for the piston stop. It's just a flat piece of aluminum with a hole drilled and tapped in it, and I got a 3/8 bolt in it, and I dressed the bottom of the bolt here so that it's not super sharp, because you don't want to be dinging up your piston when you come up against it, but you don't really come up against it that hard anyway. So I'll set this camera down here and let's get this degree wheel lined up. We rotate this around one way here. Go back the other way. And just gently come up against the stop. You'll see the piston come up right up against the stop right there. So we'll set the degree wheel here at 0 right there. Now we'll go back the other way until the piston comes up against the stop. Just like that. And degree wheel showing 59 degrees. Well, 61 degrees. So now we'll take this loose here and we'll rotate this back to 30.5 degrees, right about there. And we'll go back the other way here. We'll check it to make sure that it's straight both directions, same number. Once we come up against the stop, right there. And we're showing 30.5 degrees. So take the piston stop off of here, and then 0 will be top dead center. There's numerous ways you can do this. You can use a fixture that measures deck height and bring it up that way, but there is a little bit of swing. You get a little bit of crank pin swing at top dead center. So, I mean, whatever suits you is fine, but this is just the way I prefer to do it. So, it's nothing written in stone. So right there, we're at top dead center. And the piston's right flush with the top of the deck. So now what we'll do is I'll go get my tool over here that I made. All right, I'm back. We're over at the motor here. This is a tool I made. They sell them. Cam sells them. Everybody sells them. So I just decided to make one of those pieces of aluminum, and I turned it, put a groove in it for an O-ring, and made the ball on the end. And this is just a part of an old push rod that just slides up in there. I reamed the hole and then lapped it so it's a pretty precise fit, and that fits down on the lifter bore like this here, and when the O-ring holds it when you push it down all the way. And then with the cam on the base circle, the lobe, take this and turn this to 0 like that. Turn that to 0. And we'll bring this around to 50 thousandths of lift. That's when the intake valve opens. And we'll see what kind of degree number we get. Here we go. $50 thousandths of lift on the opening, and we've got 31 degrees. Okay, so now we'll continue past. The card calls for intake valve to open at 29 degrees before top dead center, and I have the cam 2 degrees advanced by the gear. So we'll continue around here. Max lift. There's max lift. One, 2, 3. Yeah, we're coming up on close here. I'll pass it just a little bit here. Might have to get a bigger wrench. Really hard to do this slow once all the pistons are in. There we go. 50 thousandths before the intake closes. So we got to start at 180. 180 is our 0. We go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. It's 69 degrees. Well, 68 and a half degrees, which the cam card calls for 69. It says the intake closes at 69 degrees after bottom dead center. So we're within a degree. Back to close. Now I'll check the intake center line here. Go back to max lift. Set this at 0. There. Back to 50. We'll pass the ways and then turn it. Always turn it. When you're doing your measurements, turn it direction of rotation. There's 50 right there. And we've got 64 and a half degrees. 64.5. And now we'll continue over the other side of the nose. So it goes to max lift. And it will come back down to 50. we go. And we're at 153. Add those numbers together, so we got half a degree, so there's 5. 4 and 3 is 7. 6 and 5 is 1. Carry the 1. 217.5 divided by 2. That is 108.5. 108.5 degrees, and the camshaft is ground on 110, and I got it advanced 2 degrees for when the chain will stretch a little bit, so that's going to be right on the money. So I'll get this pulled off of here, get the bolts put in the camshaft. Camera shut off. We'll get everything pulled off here, get the bolts put in the camshaft, and get the dowel pins put in for the timing cover, get the gasket put on, get the timing cover on, and then I'll do a little bit with showing you how to set the end plate. We'll be back. All right, I'm back. I got the bolts set up here. Take these Allen bolts here, put a little dab of red Loctite on them, screw these in. Like that. Snug these up, and I'll take the one out I had in originally, put some Loctite on that one, and then we'll torque these down. Just like that. Grab the torque wrench, be right back. Sure got the right socket here. Yep. All right. Set my torque wrench here for 20 foot-pounds. Get these torqued down. Okay, just like that. And one thing you want to remember too, I've already checked this one, but I'll mention it again here, is just take a little straight edge and see how your gear lines up. Make sure that your gears are straight across from each other like that. Otherwise, you'll have problems. This one's good. So, grab the dowel pins, put it in the front of the block here. I'll get them put in, and the gasket, and then I'll get the timing cover put on, and then I'll show you how to check the end plate. Be right back. All right, we're back. I got the timing cover set in place. I got the gasket on. I had to machine these bolts down, these ARP bolts, because they had a little flange on them, and the flange wouldn't sit in this recess on the cover. So bring them over to the lathe, and I had to turn them down real quick, get these all put in there, just like that. Get these all started, and then we'll torque them all down. Like that. Torque these down to 15 foot-pounds. We'll be good to go. There we go. Timing cover's all tightened down. I'll go over to the bench for a second. I'll be right back. This Cloy's cover is a two-piece cover, and the cover that goes in the center here has got your thrust button on it. There's your thrust button right there. And what you do is you have to take this set screw out, this tapered screw. I got to get an Allen wrench for it. Take this flathead Allen screw out. And this cover, this screw is slotted right here. What you do is you put your cover in the timing cover like this here. Just like that. And then you take a screwdriver down through one of the lifter bores and catch a lobe, and you move the camshaft back and forth. don't know if you can hear that, but you can just barely hear it. Cam's got about 10 thousandths in play. That's about what you need. If you hear it tonk back and forth, that's perfect. I'll put these Allen bolts in, and we'll put the set screw back in here, and then that cover part will be done. Be right back. Well, the cam is all degreed in and the timing cover's on. You got to see me do that. That pretty much wraps up this part of this video. The next one, I'll be getting the oil pump put in and the oil pan, and then the short block will be done, and then we can move on to installing the heads in the intake. And I got a measure for push rods, and when we get that part done, the motor will basically be done, except these heads are a spread port exhaust, so a standard small block Chevy header will not fit. So I'm going to have to build headers to fit the heads, so I can run it and dyno it. More on that later, but thanks for watching, and have a great day. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.